are the Tweeddale Volunteering Festival Bid 2018. As I was coming in today, I noticed above the door the words, deeds not words, and actually volunteering is all about just that. The festival is being planned and organised by the Tweeddale Volunteering Forum, which is a group of partnership organisations and volunteers across the whole of this community, the whole of Tweeddale community. Our project is to host a 2-day festival celebrating and showcasing Tweeddale's fantastic volunteers and their contribution to this community. We have a very high percentage of volunteers in Tweeddale, and we want to celebrate that as well as encourage others to come forward. This is a really sound economic investment in this community. Without the work of volunteers, the economic cost of paid people would be huge. The return is enormous. Many groups would never happen without volunteers. Many events would never exist without volunteers. Many of individuals would feel more isolated. Many young people would feel more vulnerable. So it's something that celebrates and works across the whole of the community. Volunteering reduces inequalities, which is something that we're all about. And it's extremely important that we recognise this and celebrate it. There are many different types of volunteering opportunities, from putting up the Christmas lights, to working in a charity shop, to giving advice at Citizens Advice Bureau, to supporting a young person through challenging times or challenging situations, driving for Tweed Wheels. These are just some small examples of what volunteering does for this community.
Volunteering is a two-way street. Both the volunteers and the recipients' lives are improved. Feedback from volunteers has told us that they benefit in many ways. Getting out of the house, which combats isolation, being part of the community, meeting and making new friends, doing something that really matters, and feeling valued. And that is hugely important to all of us. There are volunteers of all ages in Tweeddale, and this brings cohesion, respect and enjoyment to those involved, and builds bridges to all areas of life in our community.
Our vision is to hold a 2-day festival, open to everybody, whether you're a volunteer or not, in our community. We're going to hold a party at the Eastgate Theatre on Friday, 14th of September, to celebrate and thank all our volunteers, which will include live music from local groups, a guest panel of speakers and locally sourced food and more. On Saturday the 15th of September, we'll be inviting all the different organisations in Tweeddale, including everybody here, to hold marketplace events throughout the area, showcasing the many volunteering opportunities and offering information on how to get involved. A vote for us is a vote for your whole community.
Tweed Reads is a simple, local, community-based response to a complex national problem. It's no secret that standards of literacy are declining in Scotland. The Scottish Government's numerous targets and initiatives at improving literacy clearly show how worrying this is for them and for us as a country, both in economic and in social terms. We believe that our community in Tweeddale can build a better future for those growing up and living in our area by developing a culture and a community of readers. Tweed Reads. There is a clear link between reading for enjoyment and higher standards of literacy. The more you read, the more literate you become, along with a host of other benefits. Tweed Reads aims to not only promote the message that reading for enjoyment is important for all, but also to make reading visible across our community, to show that lots of different people read, that reading is inclusive, accessible, enjoyable and interesting. By providing a platform and encouraging community members to talk about, share and discuss what they're reading or their experiences of reading, we hope to develop a strong, inclusive culture of readers in Tweeddale. To shape a culture where it's normal to pick up a book rather than a smartphone and spend some time in a world of your own imagining. And the benefits of doing so would reach across the community. Reading for enjoyment reduces stress, reduces the risk of dementia, improves well-being, improves empathy in relationships, develops knowledge and understanding in a world in which we live and of ourselves. And it gives us something to talk about, a way to connect with one another, a way to build relationships with our community and to make new connections with those out with our usual circles. Being able to read well is the foundation on which so much else depends. Children who read regularly develop wider vocabularies, better comprehension, better relationships than those who do not. They grow up to have better future life chances than those whose literacy remains only functional. And since we live in one of the most unfair countries in the developed world, where more than 1 in 4 children in Scotland are living in poverty, this matters. We cannot simply depend upon schools to deliver this. Children only spend about 1,000 hours in school per annum. They spend more than 6,000 hours out with that, at home, in their community, with friends. Humans are social creatures. We learn from those around us. We shape our values and expectations from those around us. If we want to build a better future for those in our area, we can make a huge difference by little actions, and it's so simple. We learn from each other. We need to talk to one another about what we're reading, share it through our Tweed Reads Facebook page, our column in the Peebleshire, through our Twitter account, or face-to-face, good old-fashioned face-to-face. Parents and carers, why not read with your children for at least 10 minutes a day, and you'll make a huge impact on their lives. If you're not a reader, why not give it a try? You might just like it. Our bid is to fund work to encourage greater community participation and engagement with Tweed Reads. All 10 schools in Tweeddale are already committed to the idea of working together to spread a clear, consistent message that reading matters and that we should be reading more. But to make a difference, Tweed Reads needs to be taken to the community's heart. You are all part of Tweed Reads. It's yours. Read, share, grow.
Hello, St Ronan's Drum School is part of the family of bands based in Innerleithen, St Ronan's family band serving Innerleithen and the whole district. Our aspiration is to set up a drum school to give children and young people the opportunity to learn and play in music, including drum kit and all types of orchestral percussion. The bid is to purchase quality drum and percussion instruments which the drum school will use in weekly lessons and performances. We know there are lots of children and young people out there keen to learn and play. We have a team of experienced tutors in place, and Claire's one of those.
I started playing with St Ronan's Silver Band almost 30 years ago when there was no percussion. I was self-taught and I sat behind the kit and played the tune percussion and the timps also. I'm keen to pass on my experience and knowledge to young people and equip them with the skills they need to be part of this excellent project.
So key to our bid is that lessons are free and there's a clear path of progression for the players to learn and develop their skills and then ultimately have the thrill of playing as part of an ensemble, whether that's part of St Ronan's band or another group. But that's the ultimate aim, is to get children and young people playing and have that thrill of playing as part of an ensemble or a band. Thank you.
Nomad Beat is the only community music school in the Scottish borders. We are a non-profit making charity providing affordable music tuition on 11 different instruments, including voice, to nearly 200 students. We also run regular music groups and workshops throughout the year and are an accredited centre for the Associated Board of the Royal Schools of Music Examinations. In November 2014, Nomad Beat received lottery funding, which enabled us to set up an exciting new music service, Breaking Sound Barriers. This facility allows disabled people of all ages and abilities to access music-making opportunities with the use of new musical technologies such as sound beams and spooks. We are keen to expand and develop our services to include the elderly in our community and are seeking funding of £5,484 to run a pilot scheme entitled Music Memories. This project would be run by experienced professional musicians from Nomad Beat, engaging in regular outreach concerts with performances and participatory singing for the elderly in care venues within Peebles and the surrounding area. In addition, regular group sessions for the elderly and their carers would take part at Nomad Beat. Research has shown that many people play music as a soothing balm for those with Alzheimer's disease, and that musical ability is often retained well into the more advanced final stages of the illness. New research suggests that singing may also benefit those suffering from Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Music is well known as a means to improve mood and ease stress. I know this from personal experience as my mother suffers from dementia. Listening to and singing the songs she recognises from her past certainly supports this idea. She calms down, becomes less agitated and starts reminiscing about her past, thus reinforcing the research that music can stir memories, enhance enjoyment and self-esteem, and enrich the lives of people suffering from dementia. Studies have also shown that sleep patterns improve, behaviour is less disruptive, and participants become more active and cooperative after regular music sessions. Singing is not the only important thing for dementia sufferers, but for carers too. Carers face serious risk of isolation due to the demands of caring for someone with dementia in their own home. Having met with activity coordinators from our local hospital and daycare dementia unit, we have established the demand and enthusiasm for such a service exists in Peebles. We have already successfully bid for and have conditionally been allocated £2,000 for our project, which has encouraged us to continue and try to find match funding. Please vote for our project and allow us to help people with dementia improve the quality of their lives and the lives of their carers.
Hi, we're with Newlands Stagecraft and we're amongst these great people here who all deserve a vote, but ours deserves one more because we come from a rural area out in the western reaches of the border, Newlands Centre, Romano Bridge. We face a whole load of different challenges to you guys who are based around Peebles and some of the more populated areas. Now, we have a great facility out there, a great centre of our community in the Newlands Centre. But we have a problem in that we have to keep that facility sustainable. We have to keep that so that we can have different events going on there. Now at the minute, we're great for sports, and it's great to have a sports hall that's adaptable for doing football, tennis, all sorts of things like that. But it's not so great for running performance things, for running drama clubs, for running school productions, for running parties, for running those sort of events. And what we want to do is increase the sustainability of that centre by providing a raisable lighting gantry so that we can quickly transform what is a great sports space into a great community performance space. So to do that, we need to be able to lower and raise lighting and stuff quickly, set it up quickly. We need to be able to dress the centre in fabric, a bit like this. But the problem is this is fireproof fabric and it costs an absolute fortune. The rig costs an absolute fortune. So unfortunately it's capital costs. But what it does do is it means that we can do so much more so that the people of our community don't have to travel long distances to go to do the things that they would maybe do in Peebles, that they maybe do in Edinburgh. And it continues to make our centre and that we have out there really, really sustainable and usable for as many different community activities as we can possibly use it.
Hi, we're from Julie's Kitchen Garden. Who's Julie?
Our school cook.
And why does Julie need a garden?
So we can cook healthier food.
Julie's Kitchen Garden has been a smashing idea that came from our school cook at Clovenfords Primary School. Julie had the inspiration that she wanted to feed the children from her own garden that the children help grow, and we invite everyone from the community to come along and enjoy our garden. People that don't have gardens in the area can come along and help plant and become involved. And people that want to just sit and enjoy the space can come and enjoy the space. But best of all, everybody gets to eat from the garden. How fabulous. Julie's Kitchen Garden is going to be a fantastic project and it's going to be self-sufficient. Julie's Garden will grow and grow and grow. Please vote for us.